All right. Okay, it's Brother Doug here. My live is not doing too well right now, so I won't be doing a live stream. So sorry, Facebook. You'll have to wait to see this video. So you will see it soon, though. I'll probably upload it as soon as it's up on the cloud on my account on zoom.us. So you guys will. So what I'm going to do today is I have a little presentation called church versus congregation, assembly. What is the correct term? And so we're going to go, we're going to actually go to some resources I have here. First, I want to use encyclopedia. Actually, I'll use etymologyonline.com. This is an online etymology dictionary. Okay, so I typed in the word church here. So it says Old English Circe, place of assemblage or exercise, yeah, whatever. So if you, they're going to say that it's assembly for Christian worship. Thing is, okay, first you want to look though at how it's spelled in the Old English. That's how you get to the etymology of this, okay? So Circe, and in the Old Norse, Kirken, Old French, Zerk, Middle Dutch, Kirk, Old High German, Kurika, German, Kirch. So now, if I type in Circe, we're going to even go farther back to where this comes from. Okay? What do you know? Beautiful enchantress means seducer of the island of Aya, who transformed into swine those who drank from her cup. And you're going to see how that's important later on when we compare her to the mother harlot of Revelations, okay? Late 14th century, from the Latin Circe, from Greek kirk, related Circean, fascinating but depraving. Okay, so again, this is a secular resource here, and it's showing you where the word church comes from. Now, if that doesn't convince you enough, we can even go to Encyclopedia Britannica here, and it gives you the whole story about this person named Circe, okay? And then we're going to actually go, after this, we're going to go into the Tyndale Bible and show you that church is never used to describe an assembly in the William Tyndale Bible, which predated the King James 1611 by almost 100 years, okay? So Circe, in Greek legend, a sorceress, daughter of Helios. I wonder who that is. You know, the sun god, Apollo, Osiris. Yeah, I wonder who that is. And the ocean nymph Perse. She was able by means of drugs and incantations, so drugs and incantations. So you have pharmakeia and actual spells like black magic, to change humans into wolves, lions, and swine. The Greek hero Odysseus visited her island, Aya, with his companions, whom she changed into swine. But Odysseus, protected by the herb Mali, which I've actually looked up, Mali is a magical plant, supposedly in Greek mythology, which was a gift from Hermes. So, you know, Hermes, the staff of Hermes is the caduceus, the serpents on a pole with the wings, okay? So most likely Hermes goes back to Satan, okay? Compelled her to restore them to their original shape. He stayed with her for 1 year before resuming his journey. The story is told by Homer in the Odyssey. And they even give you the exact books of the Odyssey. All right, so now we are so now we're going to look here, and we're going to look at another resource here. This is going to be a third witness to show you that this stuff is not being made up, that it's not just a biased resource here, okay? Now you got GreekMythology.com. This is from the horse's mouth, okay? Daughter of Helios and Perse, Circe was a powerful enchantress enchantress, versatile in the arts of herbs. Okay. Now, in the book of Enoch, it says that they taught mankind to know plants. So again, or to get to know plants, or I forget how it's worded, but seems like there's something, a connection between the fallen angels and this deity, Circe. Okay. So, and potions, and capable of turning human beings into animals. She did just that to Odysseus' sailors when they did it. Okay, we just read about this in Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay. So basically, and then they go down to her family, and you got Helios, who is the Titan sun god. So they give you a little bit more information on GreekMythology.com. Okay. The Titan sun god and such. She was part of a family of formidable sorceresses. Pasiphae, I wonder if that's Persephone, who supposedly charmed both Minos and Procris, was her sister. Even more notorious enchantress Medea was her niece, since she was the daughter of Circe's brother. Hades, the guardian of the golden fleece. Again, they take the golden fleece, which probably was in reality the garments of Adam. They most like, and this is just conjecture. I can't prove it, but if you look at extra biblical books, there was garments of Adam that Nimrod had because his dad stole them off the ark. Okay, so that's probably where the golden fleece comes into play. They probably changed something that was just normal garments that Yahuwah empowered Adam to be able to till the ground in certain things, and they turned that into magic in Greek mythology, because everything's got to be magic in their religion. So anyway, so they take away the part of it that Yahuwah has given strength to those that wear the garments of Adam, and they take Yahuwah out of the picture and make it a weird, magical golden garment. So Circe had another brother, Perseus, who was slain by Medea. Persis, my bad, Persis, not Perseus, after he had deposed her father Aetes from the throne of Colchis. So he even goes into more depth who Circe is. The most important part to remember is that she was a sorceress. She uses drugs and incantations. And I'm going to show you real quick how that's important here, because now we're going to go to Revelations and show a connection between her and the mother harlot. Okay, so, and let's see here. I think I'll use the scriptures 1998. Okay, Revelations 18:23. So, and it says in Revelations 18:23, and the light of a lamp shall not shine in you anymore at all, and the voice of the bridegroom and bride shall not be heard in you anymore at all. For your merchants were the great ones of the earth, for by your drug sorcery all the nations were led astray. Okay, so the reason they translate it here as drug sorcery is because in the Greek, it's pharmakeia. Okay? It's actual drugs. It's not talking about regular sorcery. It's actually talking about a specific type of sorcery using drugs, medications. Okay? So again, through, you could say the Vatican under this particular spirit has done this. Okay? And now I'm going to show you how we know who the harlot is, because I'll show you right here. They give you certain colors she wears. She has a golden cup in her hand. Okay. Here we go. All right. So let's start in verse 3 here. It says, and he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, Revelation 17:3 here. And I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, covered with the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and the woman was dressed in purple, scarlet, and adorned with gold, and the precious stones and pearls. Okay, I mean, all you have to do is look up, which I could probably do right now, is look up pictures on the internet of popes dressed in red, purple, and scarlet. So that's pretty easy to find. Red, purple, scarlet. Okay. And basically the importance of this is to show you that this spirit of Circe is behind the Catholic Church, which actually gave you the word church. This religious system gave you the word church. Okay. There you go. You got one guy in purple. Here we go. Perfect. I think this Seventh-day Adventist did this picture. Okay. So you got Pope Benedict, red. This other guy, this other Pope, purple. Red and purple on their, Ishtar day, their Easter day. Red and purple, red and purple, red and purple. Okay. And let's see, do they have a decent, I want to see if they have a decent picture where you can see them with a golden cup. Okay. Golden cup. Let me just get rid of the red and purple. There might be too many tags on that to find a picture. Here we go. Golden cup, golden cup, golden cup, golden cup. Almost every pope had a golden cup. Okay. So again, this religious system is the harlot. And it's very obvious. All you have to do is use the code of the colors that Yahuwah gave us. He gave us a visual in prophecy to understand who the harlot is. She's arrayed in red and purple and has a golden cup. There you go. So, and what I find interesting is if you look up Circe, pictures of Circe on Google Images, mind you, I'm using Google Images here, okay? Mind you. So this is secular resource here, okay? There's no bias here, okay? At all. So it's pretty much Satan is lying, snitching on himself here on Google Images, okay? You got the little bit of the red, a little bit of the purple there. She's holding a golden cup, okay? I mean, this is easy to find. I mean, it's not that hard. Here's another picture of her. You got the red in the background. You got the somewhat bluish lavender purple, the golden cup. I mean, you get the point, okay? That's the connection there, okay? Circe, church, and the Vatican. So there you go. So, and ultimately, if you were paying attention to what I was reading this description earlier of her story, of her relationship with Helios, a lot of times they recycle older myths and older pagans, Babylonian legends and stuff like that. So Osiris and Isis eventually became Helios and Circe. It's the same two people, just recycled and recycled. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys, if we go here to the Tyndale Bible, I'll show you that they never use the word Circe or church to describe the body of Messiah, and this is important. Okay, so I think it's Ephesians 5:25, and where is the Tyndale? So this Bible was published in 1534 in its entirety. So very close, like I said, very close to being 100 years before the King James 1611. So it says, Ephesians 5:25, husbands, love your wives, even as Messiah loved the congregation and gave himself for it. Okay? Congregation, not church, okay? And why is that? Because if you go to the Greek of this, that word is ekklesia, which means called out ones or assembly, okay? Not church. And let me do something real quick for you guys. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm going to multitask right now, I'm going to look. Come on, man. My phone is acting stupid lately. All right. what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you guys. All right, let's go. I'm going into my sword on my Android here, so I'm gonna look up all of the instances that church come up in the Tyndale Bible. So I'm gonna do a little search here. Click on the magnifying glass. Sorry I'm taking so long, guys. Usually it doesn't take this long. My phone's being a little slow today. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna Tyndale, and we're gonna do the book of Acts, because that's the only place I've seen in the whole Tyndale that they use it, is in the book of Acts, and it's only twice. So we're gonna, and it's actually even modernized as church. So this is how you know that it's referring to Circe. They actually modernized it. So here we go. We got two places, two occurrences in the book of Acts. We're going to go to the first one. Acts chapter 14, verse 13. Okay, so, and we're going to go to the Tyndale here. Okay, says, then Jupiter's priest. So right there, it's giving you already the context here. It's the priest of Jupiter that it's referring to, and it's referring to a place of worship that would be for that idol. Okay, it's already giving you the context here in the first couple words here. Then Jupiter's priests, which dwelt before their city, brought brought animals to be slaughtered, and garlands unto the church, porche, and would have done sacrifices with the people. Oh, I wonder what that's saying. That's saying church is a place where pagans go to bring sacrifices to the idol of Jupiter. That's what it's saying in Acts chapter 14, verse 13. Okay? Then we're going to go to Acts chapter 19, verse 37. This is the only other occurrence here we got. And it says, for you have brought here these to me, which are neither robbers of churches, nor yet despisers of your goddess. What it's saying is, you have brought me these men here who do not rob pagan temples, nor yet are despisers of your goddess. And obviously, if you read the whole chapter of Acts 19, it's about Diana of the Ephesians, okay? So these are not places of worship for believers in the Messiah. I want to make that very clear. Very clear. Okay, he's equating a church to a place that basically would have worshipers of a goddess, okay? That's what he's doing here. So Tyndale, he's at least honest. He's being honest with the text. He's letting you know what a church is. Later on, in later translations, they changed this word and they mistranslated it probably on purpose to promote the word church. Oh, wow, no. The King James actually has it. What do you know? So the King James, kind of exposes himself here. He uses church for a pagan temple, and then they want to use church for Ephesians 5, verse 25. So, it can't be both. It can't be a place of worship for a pagan and be used for collectively as members of the body of Messiah. So you can't have it both ways. If it's a pagan temple, it's a pagan temple. So anyway, so that's pretty much all I really wanted to share. So today's a little bit different. It's just me and my sister River here, and we didn't have the rest of the group here, so I pretty much just wanted to do a very short, to the point exposing what the word Circe church is, and that it does not refer to this new body of believers that mainstream Christian theology wants to say, oh, well, JC now built his church. If you actually go to the book of Acts chapter 7, it exposes that idea that now the body of Messiah is separate from Yasharel, Israel. You could easily expose that, because it actually says that the assembly was in the wilderness. Now, what is that referring to? That's actually referring to Yahuwah's original people. Okay, so I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about here. There's an actual verse in the book of Acts that talks about this, okay? See? What do you know? The NIV actually had it correct. Okay. Acts chapter 7, verse 38. All right. So, and I'll show you this again by using the Tyndale Bible, that they did not use the word church, even though the King James would. Okay. There we go. Acts chapter 7, verse 38 in the 1534 Tyndale. This is he that was in the congregation in the wilderness, which the angel which spake to him in Mount Sinai and with our fathers, this man received the word of life to give unto us. Okay. And I know the Old English is sometimes hard to read, so I'm just going to show you here where others have put church, Tyndale has congregation. Okay. It's supposed to be congregation or assembly. And most of the modern Bibles have fixed this. Okay. Most of the modern scriptures have fixed this. Okay. The assembly. Okay. So basically what it's saying is he is the one, he that they're referring to is actually Yahusha, if you look at the whole chapter. So he's trying to witness, Stephen is trying to get through to these Pharisees and Sadducees and some of his physical brothers that have not accepted Yahusha. Like he is the one that was in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in Mount Sinai and with our fathers who received the lively oracles. Or maybe it's actually talking about Moses. It might be talking about Moses because Moses spoke with the angel of Yahuwah at Mount Sinai. So I'll correct myself there. It might be talking about Moses. But anyway, the point of the matter is Stephen is trying to tell you here, the assembly, the body of Messiah was in the wilderness. Okay? This is not a new thing in the New Testament that all of a sudden now, boom, you have church out of nowhere. No. It's always been assembly, always was assembly. Okay? Yasharel, which is commonly, mistakenly called Israel, is always been the assembly. It's always been the body of Messiah. Before Messiah came and they didn't know him, they still, in Yahuwah's eyes, that was always his people, that he would later reveal his son to them. So that's the point I'm trying to get across here, okay? So this whole, the Christianity try to create this new invention called the church. No. Church is a very pagan term, as we've already established, that comes from a Greek pagan goddess, okay? Any genuine believers out there that are watching this, I would implore you to not curse yourself by calling yourself part of the quote-unquote church, okay? It's very bad. It goes back to a pagan goddess that turns men into swine, which, funny enough, in Christianity today, they say, JC made all foods clean. And they try to rationalize eating swine. So I'm just saying here. So anyway, so I pray this message would be a baraka to all our brothers and sisters out there, and to anyone that has family members that are still in church or maybe coming out of the Christian church. So I pray that this message would be a baraka to you guys, and for our brothers and sisters that have family members that are in Christianity that are trying to come against our walk, against the truth of the scriptures, this would be a good resource to show them just one of the words that has infiltrated Christianity from paganism. So thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day. Shalom, guys.